In the vast landscape of comic book villainy, few supervillains loom as large as Doctor Doom. The enigmatic Marvel Comics baddie, shrouded in mystery and power, has captivated readers for decades. With his iconic metal mask and imposing presence, Doctor Doom is instantly recognizable, and his impact on the world of comics is undeniable. His origins can be traced back to the fictional Eastern European country of Latveria, where he was born as Victor Von Doom. His childhood was marked by tragedy as he lost his parents at a young age, and he was raised by his grandparents. Despite the hardships of his early life, Victor was a brilliant child prodigy who excelled in academics and science. His thirst for knowledge led him to pursue higher education, and he soon graduated from university with a doctorate in physics at the age of just 18. He became the head scientist at his father's company, Von Doom Technologies, where he continued to hone his scientific skills. However, his career took a dark turn when his father was killed in a lab accident caused by sabotage from the company's rival, Alchemax. Consumed by vengeance and driven by his genius, Victor exposed Alchemax's crimes, saving his mother from their clutches and seizing control of Von Doom Technologies. From there, he leveraged the company's resources to conquer Latveria, swiftly establishing himself as the country's ruthless dictator. As Victor rose to power, he encountered the Fantastic Four, a superhero team comprising of Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and the Thing. Their paths first crossed when Dr. Doom stole the cosmic control crystal from the Inhumans, believing it would enable him to control the weather and usher prosperity upon his nation. The Fantastic Four intervened, thwarting his plans and marking the beginning of an enduring rivalry between Doom and the team. In their initial encounter, Dr. Doom proved to be a formidable opponent for the Fantastic Four, even managing to defeat them. However, he was ultimately bested and returned to his own dimension after causing an explosion at the Baxter building that destabilized the space-time continuum. This event not only solidified his status as a powerful enemy, but also established his signature look, the metal mask and armored suit that have become iconic symbols of his persona. Over the years, Victor has grown in power and influence, aligning himself with other powerful villains to take on heroes like Silver Surfer, Galactus, and even the Hulk. He's manipulated events from the shadows, framed Spider-Man for crimes, and even acted as Sorcerer Supreme, gaining control over all magic in the Marvel Universe and becoming the most powerful being in existence. But beneath the imposing figure lies a deeply complex character whose motivations extend beyond a thirst for power. Victor's genius knows no bounds, rivaled only by the likes of Reed Richards, Tony Stark, and Bruce Banner. His scientific prowess is matched by his strategic brilliance, making him a formidable tactician and leader. In fact, he's even led his own superhero team known as the Doom Patrol. Though they're a far cry from the mainstream Justice League or Avengers, his brilliance isn't limited to science and strategy, however, as Victor is also a skilled manipulator and leader, able to inspire loyalty and obedience in those who serve under him. He's a master of disguise and deception, often using aliases like Dr. Octopus and the Hood to carry out his nefarious schemes. Despite his extraordinary abilities and accomplishments, Victor remains a tragic figure, haunted by a deep-seated fear of mortality. He's constantly battling against the limitations of his own body, seeking to overcome the frailties that ail mere mortals. This desperation has led him to extreme measures, including the use of advanced technology and dark magic to extend his lifespan and enhance his abilities. His relentless pursuit of immortality has led him to become a feared and powerful entity in the Marvel Universe, capable of shaking the foundations of reality itself. But as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility, and Victor has often struggled with the burden of his abilities. The pursuit of power has consumed him, driving him to commit acts of great evil and cruelty. Despite his genius and accomplishments, he's feared and reviled by many, seen as a symbol of tyranny and oppression. Yet it's precisely this complexity that makes Victor such a compelling and enduring character. His struggles with mortality, his lust for power, and his capacity for great evil and good make him a force to be reckoned with. And as long as there are heroes, there will always be a need for villains to oppose them. And who better to stand in the way of justice than the enigmatic Doctor Doom? Now let's talk about his iconic mask. The mask is more than just a symbol of his identity, it's a lifeline, a vital piece of technology that allows him to survive. See, Victor suffers from a rare genetic disorder that makes him incredibly susceptible to illnesses and diseases. The mask, along with his protective armor, was designed to filter out impurities from the air and protect him from physical harm. But the trade-off is that he can never remove it without risking his life. It's a heavy price to pay for survival, but Victor is willing to bear it. The mask has become an integral part of his persona, a symbol of his power, and a reminder of his mortality. But it's not just a technological marvel, it's also a reflection of Victor's psyche. The mask hides his face, concealing the pain and suffering he's endured. It's a barrier between him and the world, a way to maintain his dignity and protect his identity. The mask has become a symbol of Victor's resilience, a testament to his ability to overcome adversity and forge ahead in the face of impossible odds. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can endure. So when you hear the sound of the metal mask, remember that behind it is a brilliant, tormented soul struggling to survive in a world that doesn't understand him. But Victor's story doesn't end there. He's also a man of great wealth and influence, controlling the advanced nation of Latveria and commanding an army of loyal soldiers. He's a force to be reckoned with, a ruler who doesn't take prisoners. Victor's wealth and power have led him to become a major player on the world stage, often manipulating events to suit his own needs. He's involved in international affairs, controlling key resources and making powerful enemies. His wealth and power have made him a target, with many seeking to exploit his resources for their own gain. But Victor is always prepared, using his advanced technology and loyal army to defend his interests. He's a cunning strategist, able to anticipate his enemies' moves and counter their attacks before they happen. His wealth and power have made him a force to be reckoned with, a ruler who won't hesitate to use any means necessary to protect his nation and his interests. And let's not forget about his intelligence. Victor is a genius scientist and strategist, able to outmaneuver even the most brilliant minds. He's a master of disguise and deception, often using aliases like Dr. Octopus and the Hood to carry out his nefarious schemes. His intelligence is matched only by his ruthlessness, as he's not afraid to use underhanded tactics to achieve his goals. He's a master manipulator, able to control those around him through fear and intimidation. His intelligence has led him to become one of the most powerful figures in the Marvel universe, capable of shaking the foundations of reality itself. But with great intelligence comes great responsibility, and Victor has often struggled with the burden of his abilities. The pursuit of knowledge has consumed him, driving him to commit acts of great evil and cruelty. Despite his intelligence and accomplishments, he's feared and reviled by many, seen as a symbol of tyranny and oppression. Yet it's precisely this complexity that makes Victor such a compelling and enduring character. His struggle with mortality, his lust for power, and his capacity for great evil and good make him a force to be reckoned with. And as long as there are heroes, there will always be a need for villains to oppose them. And who better to stand in the way of justice than the brilliant, enigmatic Doctor Doom? So whether he's battling the Fantastic Four, manipulating events from the shadows, or pursuing his own sinister agenda, Victor Von Doom is a force to be reckoned with. With his genius, power, and determination, he's a true original, a villain who defies easy categorization and resists attempts to be written out of the Marvel universe. So beware the metal mask, beware the brilliant mind, and beware the tragic tale of Victor Von Doom.